Hello, it's Jason here at Suffer City. We're talking about SufferFest. That's right. We got it coming up April 6th and 7th this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We've already talked about the qualifying round. Let's talk about the championship round. I've got Joey and Brian here with me today. They're going to be helping me out, demonstrating, describing the male and female roles for our competitive and open division heats. So let's talk about the championship round session. It's going to consist of 2 workouts. We're going to describe the first workout right here, which is going to consist of an air bike and runner, as well as a set of dumbbell thrusters. How this will work is we'll have 4-minute rounds, all right? Each round will be 4 minutes in duration, and there will be 4 rounds total. Total of 16 minutes for this workout. Now, the objective here is to complete as many dumbbell thrusters as possible. At the start of the first round, the female will begin on the runner, the male will begin on the bike. They each have a required calorie mark to achieve before getting to their dumbbell thrusters. For the female on the runner, our competitors, they are going 25 calories. That's male and female both. The open division will be going 20 calories. That's male and female both. On the bike for the competitive division, our gentlemen will be going at 25 calories while the females are at 20. For our open, it's males at 20, females at 16 calories. In either case, that bell is going to ring in 3, 2, ready, and go. At the sound of that bell, our athletes take off, completing the calorie mark as fast as possible. Obviously, the faster they get through their required work, their buy-in, the more time they'll have to accumulate as many reps as possible on the dumbbell thruster. As soon as either athlete has completed their buy-in, they're going to get directly into their dumbbell thrusters. Now, again, you'll notice the gentlemen are going to be at 50 pounds for the competitive division. The ladies are at 35. For the open division, gentlemen, you're going to be at 35, ladies 25. Notice the full depth on each and every rep that they are completing. Hips are going to be at or below the knee line, while thighs are at parallel. Elbows are going to lock out fully at the top on each and every rep. Now they're going to continue moving in this manner, as tired as they may become, working to get as many reps as possible for the remainder of those 4 minutes. What if one buddy completes their buy-in before the other? Hey, that's okay. As soon as you are done individually, get to your dumbbells and start your thrusters as quickly as possible. Now we get to the end of this 4-minute round. You'll hear the bell ring in 3, 2, and that bell rings. It will immediately transition. Joey now, the female, is going to get onto the bike. The runner, or Brian now, the biker, goes onto the runner, and they will complete the required work for that second round. And as soon as they finish their buy-ins, they're back onto the dumbbell thrusters, accumulating more and more reps. They're going to continue in this manner for 4 total rounds. So getting into our points of performance for our dumbbell thruster, you'll see Brian here standing over his 50-pound dumbbells. As soon as he dismounts his bike or runner, he'll get to his dumbbells, each of which will start on the ground. The dumbbell thruster is going to begin with the dumbbells at the shoulders. He's going to go ahead and drop deep into the beginning part of the thrusters. Notice his hips get at or below the knee line, thighs are parallel. He's going to drive up out of that squat and extend his elbows up over the head, fully extended. Brian will knock out 2 more reps in succession here. Again, you notice the full range of motion all the way from the bottom to the top, and then hold it right up overhead for me, Brian. Knees, hips, and elbows are all locked out simultaneously. Now to complete the full points performance for 1 dumbbell thruster repetition. Now for each dumbbell thruster repetition, you will be awarded 2 points, which will be added to your final point total at the end of this championship round session. So that concludes workout number 1. Let's take a look at workout number 2. So immediately following workout number 1, you have a 2-minute rest and recovery period. Also preparation for workout number 2. Workout number 2 is a 40-minute workout in total. Now workout number 2 begins with an interval period. You have a runner and a dumbbell snatch. Now your objective here is to get to the run calorie marker as fast as possible. Our competitive athlete teams, you are going to 120 calories. Our open teams, it is 100 calories. Now, we've got the dumbbell snatch every 40-second interval. If you are the athlete on the dumbbell snatch, you are required 6 alternating dumbbell snatch reps. For the remainder of those 40 seconds, you may then rest. One round will look a lot like this. The bell will ring in 3, 2, ready, go. Now, we'll condense these 40 seconds in, but you can see Brian here taking that dumbbell snatch right up over the head, alternating through each and every round. He's got to get through 6 total reps. In the meantime, Joey, his buddy, is running for the full 40 seconds. Let's say the bell rings, indicating the time at which they will switch. Now, if Brian had any time remaining after his 6th rep to recover, that's what he would do. They go right into it. Now, Brian must be running for the full duration of those 40 seconds, while Joey is now completing 6 reps. Again, any reps or any time remaining after Joey completes her 6 reps, that's hers to recover in preparation for her next run. Now they're going to continue in this manner until they again achieve the requirement of 100 calories for our open division and 120 calories for our competitive division. Now with our alternating dumbbell snatch, first and foremost, it is an alternating dumbbell snatch, which means you will switch hands each and every rep. You'll see Joey here start at the bottom with both heads on the dumbbell. Each rep will start with both heads of the dumbbell on the ground, coming all the way through, extending through the knees, the hips, and again, the elbow up and over the head. Common errors we'll see with the dumbbell snatch are utilizing your offhand for additional support. Notice how Joey's offhand here is planted onto the thigh to add a little bit more support and brace through the repetition. We cannot allow that. So your offhand must be free of the body unless stationed in the back. One final common error we'll see is the lack of all three joint systems locked out simultaneously. The elbow will be locked out without the hips or the knee joints locked out simultaneously. So do ensure the knees, the hips, and the elbows are locked out all at the same time to complete the full dumbbell snatch. So as soon as your team completes section 1, meaning you've completed either 100 calories for my open division athletes or 120 calories for the competitive division, we'll move directly into section 2, which consists of our wall ball shot and our burpee broad jump. So once you get to section 2, it does not matter where the male starts or the female starts. All that matters is both of you get started as fast as possible. You see Brian here stationed at the wall ball shot. You see Joey here lined up behind our line, which is where you will begin your first burpee into a broad jump. Now, both at the same time, they will begin going. Brian's going to complete 15 reps as fast as he can, while Joey's going to go down and back as quickly as possible to complete her lap, which consists of roughly 20 meters of burpee broad jumps. Now, as soon as they have both completed their respective movements, Joey's done with her lap, Brian is done with his wall ball shots, they will switch positions. Now, Joey will complete 15 wall ball shots while Brian will complete his lap. So Joey and Brian will continue in that manner for 3 total rounds. Each round, they'll increase their laps by 1. That's going to be a 20-meter increase each round. They will increase their wall ball shots by 15, from 15 to 30, 30 onto 45. So again, 3 rounds here, and once they've completed those 3 rounds, they will go ahead and advance immediately onto section 3. Let's talk about our wall ball shot. For our male competitive division athletes, you're going to be with a 30-pound wall ball. Female competitive, 20-pound wall ball shots. And then for our open division athletes, male 20, female 14 pounds. We're looking for, of course, is full range of motion, ensuring our hips get at or below that knee line, making it easy on our judges. Notice Brian gets all the way down, hips are way down, thighs beyond parallel here. He's going to express out of the squat, launch that ball up. The gentlemen are going to be hitting the top target with the SC logo, right back up, right back down he goes, making sure he hits the target above the halfway point at that Suffer City logo. Whereas the females will be hitting the bottom target. So with our burpee broad jump, notice it is a burpee broad jump. So the first thing you do is execute the burpee. Joey's going to come all the way down behind our start line here. Her chest is on the floor, her hips are on the floor, hands are flat. She could step or jump her feet up and then take a full broad jump off of the floor into her next burpee. And she's going to continue in this manner all the way down, ensuring that we leave off 2 feet, and we're also going to land off 2 feet. Should you take off 1 foot, you'll get a warning. Should you have a subsequent violation, you will be taken back to the start point of your previous jump. Other common errors we'll see with the burpee broad jump is setting our hands down way too far in front of our feet, sometimes even diving forward. So when our judges are looking for 12 inches or less in front of the toes, notice how Joey will come down, hands will plant down reasonably no more than 12 inches. This is a great hands in front of feet operation here for the burpee. She'll come back, jump her feet back, and then proudly bring her feet back up to her hands. Now, what we will see from time to time, notice how Joey will come up onto the next one and take her broad jump, and then take her hands well beyond the 12 inches, what we oftentimes see. And hey, we've all been there. I know what that feels like. Sometimes you need every inch you can get, right? But hey, our judges are going to be keeping you honest, ensuring no more than 12 inches beyond the toes on your burpee broad jump. Now for section 3, we're going to be working back on our interval schedule. This will be 1 minute at a time. One buddy's going to begin with their ball over shoulder throw directly into a run. The other buddy will begin with a high box jump into an echo bike. Again, we have 1 minute intervals. So we have 5 reps we must complete at the top of each minute, finishing each minute on either the run or the bike. Now each interval, the buddies will switch movements as well as switch on the runner and the bike. Let's take a look at what this will look like as Brian and Joey demonstrate this every minute on the minute interval. Joey is going to begin with the ball over shoulder. Brian is going to begin with the box jump. They have 5 reps to complete. Now they're going to complete their 5 reps as fast as they can. The 1 minute interval is counting down. As soon as they have completed their 5 reps, Brian will move on to the echo bike. Joey will move on to the runner. Now for the remainder of this minute, they can both accumulate as many calories as possible on their respective piece of equipment. Notice Brian will be biking very hard. Joey's running very hard, as will you be here on SufferFest Championship Sunday. So let's say we get to the end of that minute, ding, ding, ding. They're going to switch positions. Now Brian is on to the ball over shoulder as Joey now takes aim on the box jump. They stay at the same reps, 5 reps per movement. The remainder of the minute will be spent on their runner or bike, getting as many calories as possible for the remainder of the minute. So Joey and Brian are going to continue in this manner all the way up to that 40-minute time cap mark, at which point they will be done, literally and figuratively speaking. We will then take account of how many calories they achieved on their bike as well as on the runner. So these numbers added with the numbers from workout number 1 will add to their total for the championship round. Let's take a look at what our points of performance for the ball over shoulder will look like. Notice Joey's going to start with her right over the ball. The ball will start on the ground each and every rep. She's going to pick it up with both hands, throw it over either shoulder. She's then going to turn around 180 degrees, pick up the ball, and do the same thing again. 5 total reps is what you're looking for here. Our other buy-in movement is our high box jump. Notice Brian here is going to be starting both feet on the ground as per usual. He's going to then ascend all the way up onto the box. Both feet will be planted high up on the box. His knees and hips will lock out simultaneously again. Now notice some common errors we will see on the box jump. As Brian ascends onto the box for a second time, he comes up. His knees are fully locked out, but his eyeballs are glancing down at his toes. Or hips are still in a hinge. That is not a complete rep. Both knees and hips must be locked out all the time. Another one we'll see from time to time is up onto the box, off real quick, knees don't fully lock out, therefore we don't get the full completion of a rep. Those points of performance must be met, knees and hips locked out simultaneously, both feet fully up onto the box. Bing, bang, boom. So for our over-the-shoulder ball throw, we have got 50 pounds for our competitive men. We'll be looking at 30 pounds for the competitive women. In our open division, men, you're at 30 pounds. Ladies, you will be at 20 pounds. For our box jump, men competitive division, you're looking at 30 inches on your box jump, ladies 24. And for our open division, men 24 inches, ladies, you'll be at 20. Hey, thank you so much. This is Jason here at Suffer City. I want to thank Brian. I want to thank Joey so much for being fantastic high fashion fitness models. It's been great revealing our championship round workout, all the movements, all the sections, all the fun, and all the ways you can win here on Championship Sunday. SufferFest coming up this Saturday and Sunday, April 6th, April 7th. Hey, so share with your friends. Let them know we still have some spots available in both our open and competitive divisions. And of course, what would SufferFest be without our sponsors? I want to thank Ananda Salon down in Chandler, Arizona, as well as Live Hydration opening up in Mesa, Arizona. Hey, a big shout out to In Align Chiropractic and Sports Care. Awesome group over there. I also want to give a big shout out to Watts, Gwillem and Company down in Gilbert, Arizona, your financial advisors. Also a big thank you to BTG Real Estate here in Gilbert, Arizona. Chrissy and her team taking care of all of your real estate needs, as well as Greystone Financial Advisors here in Gilbert, Arizona. A big shout out as well to Casa Ramos, serving up the best gourmet Mexican cuisine in Mesa, Arizona. And a big shout out as well to Gains in Bulk, delivering all of your supplemental needs to put some more jacked and tan into your life.